It is so good to be back, and I just want to start off by saying the amount of love that I got on my last video that I just posted yesterday after being gone for over a month. It's just overwhelming. Like, I love you guys, and I just love being on YouTube, and I'm so glad to be back. It was purely technical difficulties that was keeping me from posting videos. That vegetable beef that I posted yesterday was done over a month ago. The intro I'm doing today for this recipe was a month ago. I have a few videos. I just had no way of uploading them. But that's all fixed now. So we're not going to dwell on the past because I am here. It is my absolute favorite time of year. Fall and winter. That's my jam. That's what I love. I love the cooking. I love the weather. I love the holidays. I love it all. Like this. These are my seasons, fall and winter. And so, going along with that, today we are doing peanut brittle. It is near and dear to my heart, this particular recipe. In the video that you're about to watch, I'm unsure if it is my great-grandma's recipe, but I now know that it is. I did have that confirmed. So, it is my great-grandmother's recipe, and that's what she did. Like, you got peanut brittle for Christmas. You got $5 or $10 in a card, and then you got your bag of peanut brittle. And I have tried at least 3 times to make peanut brittle with different recipes, and inedible. Like, inedible. This is the first time that it turned out perfect, and I am saying it is purely because it is her recipe. Came out perfect. I will never use another peanut brittle recipe again. So, I really hope you guys stick around, and I hope you enjoy this peanut brittle. And try it out for yourself for the holiday season, and let's get started. Okay, so I already have all my stuff laid out and ready to go. I have 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. I have 2 cups of raw peanuts. I have, I'm going to go ahead and put a dash of salt in my peanuts because those are going to go in together. And a dash, just sprinkle a little bit. I used to have a little dash measuring spoon. It's just less than 1/4 of a teaspoon. So, in our pot, we are going to put 1 cup of water. You're also going to need a candy thermometer. So I have that. There's a cup of water. You want 2 cups of sugar. And this is just regular white sugar. There's 1. And 2. And then you want a cup of white corn syrup, which I'm going to assume is light corn syrup, since dark corn syrup is not white. But you want a cup of that. And then this is going to go, excuse me, we're going to bring this up to a boil and let it boil until it hits 238 degrees. That is very specific. That's so specific. I'm pretty sure that's softball recipe, or no, softball temperature. But anyway, it says 238 degrees, and that's when we're going to add the rest of our ingredients. So I will bring you back when this thermometer reaches. What I'll do, I'm going to stir this around, wait until everything dissolves, and then I'll just stick this in and just let it sit. Just make sure it's not touching the bottom. It has one of these little hooks on it. So you just sit it to where it's just like that. So just touching in, but it's not going to touch the bottom because that's going to give you an inaccurate reading. So I will bring you back in a bit. Okay, so we are about to hit the soft ball stage. I did look at the thermometer. Soft ball stage sits at 235 degrees. So that's probably why it says 238. So if you hit 235, you're probably okay. I'm gonna let it go just a touch over. But while this was coming up, so it is only on 6.5 on my stove, and my stove goes low up to high, and then 9, 8, 7, 6. So like a medium high. It's not on high. And it's been going for about 15 minutes. While this is going, you don't need to stir it. You don't need to do anything. I have buttered 2 dishes just because I don't have a sheet pan. A sheet pan would be perfect for this situation. I don't have one. So I have 2 small metal pans that I have buttered. And then I've also seen it done with parchment paper instead of butter. So I also have a dish that has parchment paper in it because I need all the help I can get because I really want this batch to turn out. So I'm doing it to the T. And it's the first time I've actually had this recipe. I've tried to do like Pinterest recipes. It just didn't have the mojo I needed, I guess. So hopefully this family recipe does the trick. But it goes really fast. So once we're done with this and like it's gone for its time, you need to like immediately put it in your pans. So that's why I say have them ready before. Long story short. Okay, so we have hit our temperature. So now here are my 2 cups of raw peanuts, and then I put a dash of salt in there. I'm going to move this real quick. Pour that in. Give it a little stir, just to stir everything in. You definitely want the salt distributed. And I would recommend like a wooden spoon or a spatula or something. I have neither because of my wonderful ladies. Okay, so stick that right back in. And you can see, Alright, so now we're bringing it up to 300. Now it does go down just a little bit. We're already down to like 225, I guess. Just because we added that stuff. So we'll bring everything back up, bring it all the way to hard crack stage, which is 300 degrees Fahrenheit. And at that point, I already have my 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda ready to go. When this hits 300, we turn it off the heat, take it off the heat, throw this in, and then put it in our pans. If you're wanting, it's like is it a half sheet pan or full sheet pan? Like an 11 by 13, I think is what, or 9 by 13 is what my mama always used whenever she made peanut brittle. I never actually got to watch my great-grandma. I got to taste it, but I was never actually there to watch it. But my mama would use like a 9 by 13 pan with like a lip on it like this all the way around and just spread it out on there. But I don't have one, so we won't be doing that. But anyway, I'll quit talking. I love to gab with you guys. I'll bring you back when we're close to the 300 and go from there. But no more stirring. I'm not stirring. I'm not doing anything. Just going to let it sit. Same temperature. Let it do its thing till we hit 300. Alright, so we have hit 300 degrees. So at this point, turn it off. Take it off the heat. I'm going to try to do this quickly. My pans are on the other side. But my 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. Stir that in. And it's going to bubble up on you, so I recommend using a pan that is bigger than what you need. And then, real quick, take it over here. And it smells like peanut brittle, so that is always a plus. And you want to be real quick. I hope the camera is catching it because it is already hardening as I'm trying to put it in the pan. Just kind of spread it around. Get as much of it out as you can. Like I said, mine's already hardening. Okay, so let me show you what I have, because I doubt that did it justice. So, this is the one that has the parchment. You can see how hot that is. But the peanut brittle, this is my buttered. Like, look at this. I just used this, and it is, that's why I said you want to have your stuff ready beforehand. I didn't even really need to spread anything out. The one thing I will say is the peanuts, as you're pouring, start to go to the bottom. So you want to keep mixing it a little, otherwise you're gonna, if you're doing one pan, you're not gonna have that problem because you can spread it all out. But if you're having to do more than one, be aware you want to stir that as you're pouring, because otherwise one is gonna have no peanuts and the other one is gonna have tons of peanuts. So, and then there's the pan. Yeah, it's hot, baby. So this is just gonna sit on my counter until everything hardens. I'm gonna tell you right now, I think the recipe worked because my peanut brittle has never looked this beautiful, perfect color, and it has also never smelled like peanut brittle when I've been done with it. So I have high hopes that my family recipe has succeeded. Also, I talked to my mom while I was waiting for this to come up to 300, and she thinks that it is Grandma's recipe, so I will bring you back once this cools. I'll also give you a rough estimate of how long it took for it to cool, and then we'll do a taste test. Alright, so I'm pretty positive that I have been successful. We're going to try it right now. So, I'm going to take a knife and something to kind of hammer it so that we can break this apart. You want to make sure it's cool. Like this is, yes, I have clean hands, by the way. I just washed them. But that's what you want. Like this is solid. It's still slightly warm, but it's completely set up. So we're gonna break it up, and then you can, of course, eat it right here and now, or you can put it in Ziploc baggies. And I mean, I've had it last over a week, but I've also had a lot to where it was able to last that long. But we're going to crack it. There we go. Now I like big pieces. There we go. Alright, so let me get a piece and we'll just taste test it. So on first examination, it looks, maybe, come on. There we go. It looks perfect. Okay. Yep. It is fabulous. Man, that reminds me of my grandma's. Success! We have success! So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you try it for yourself. I'm so glad that I tried it one more time and did this recipe, because this is perfect. I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.